Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, welcome to the Apex Solo Queue League here for CCE, live on Shareplay.tv, of course, but we are straight into the action, straight into fights as quickly as possible because we've had issues, tech issues, but these can't go wrong. We'll get used to this, we'll get into it, but here we go. You're already seeing Lotus Nesu's side going down around him, so it's going to be all down to the Octane of Lotus. Can he stay alive? He's one of our top players from last week, Ben. Can he stay put in this lobby?
Well, he's going to be trying his best to get out of here, making the way. And thankfully for them, Team 5 are more interested in the looting for now. So, although Genesee is going to be having a little look for it, I think for now they're going to be pretty happy with looting this one up, going up to the height and hitting that ring beacon. Looking here at the map about where the next ring fighting seems to be happening, and it looks like we do seem to be getting potentially a little bit of engagement up here with Team 17 alongside Team 2.
Geez, another player like in our top list of players on the lobby as well. He was always one of these players that we always have to keep an eye out every single time, and this time he's rocking the Sparrow, which we've seen him in his movement style that he has. Fantastic amount of ability to use it, that as we can see. We've also got the overlays and everything, ladies and gentlemen. Can't you see the beautiful text along the top showing everybody's score lines, their position, and it goes scrolling along the top, so you get to see where they are and you get to see their ranks on that top right hand side of the screen and everything as well. But Cheese Supper, he might not see it for any longer because he might well be sent home to that lobby here and reset it for a new queue unless Nomsy can keep things alive here as the altar. But it's surely going to be chased up here and maybe finished off as well.
Does look like Team 10 are also nearby. So Team 10 as a solo, Team 2 as a solo as well. They do, however, have Aspablito, who, as we know, is one of our top players in the lobby. And I'm sure that Aspablito would love to try and get the kill onto this. They do have to be careful, though, because Team 17 have hit an evac tower, and they do seem to be flying on a little bit closer, so they've got to be careful. And Nomsy has been caught out, tries to hit that altar cube, manages to get away with just 5 HP for now, but they are being chased down. As you can see, there is the highlighted player just up ahead, and that is going to be Aspablito. Nomsy goes inside and is going to see if they can juke around this little pillar, but unfortunately it's not quite enough, and Apsa does get that kill. We go back over to have a little look at the map, and it does look like in the middle we are getting a bit of fighting going on between Team 12.
Yeah, see what you're doing. If you're going to see from in M&K, Skulls and Jade. Bloodhound as well bringing to the action. I mean, that's not a legend we tend to see very often here. So I like to see the change in comps that we do get here in the Solo Queue League. Definitely makes for some interesting watching and plays coming out. And this Team 15, they seem to be doing all right to stay alive here as they are looking to fight around this, around the side here. And Skulls and between this doorway, can they keep things alive and get the push on? Through the door he goes. He's like, nah, I'll just use the auto queue, check it. But no, we're coming back inside. We're not wanting to see what's going on here on the other side of that doorway because Team 12 are sitting waiting patiently. They want to be able to squeeze their way out. We'll wait and see because Lolo Jr., the team, they're like, oh, okay, let's go, disappear. We're getting out of here. Bloodhound has figured out where you are and they're going to be on the chase.
Team 12 manages to get behind the cover, and we're now going to be getting into the Wraith portal. Thankfully, they do have that nice upgrade, so that means that there is a Rift portal available that they can jump into just to heal themselves up and to make sure that they don't take any more damage, and then they can fly themselves over across the zone. Meanwhile, we're going to be getting a fight here with team number 6 in the middle of the ring. They've got a couple teams around them, including team number 1.
Yeah, just another heads up as well, like we said about these overlays. You can see there's a little bit just beside the squads, and there's a number and a hashtag in their number, which obviously shows and denotes their position so far in the Solo Queue League. Number 89, that just shows you how many players we have coming into the Solo Queue League this week. It is all but busy. There's hundreds of players involved tonight, and it's going to be fantastic to watch as much of these as possible. A lot of new players, a lot of new names, and a lot of new different things happening across today. So we're going to be sticking on board with as many players as possible, as many different lobbies as we possibly can. Mostly for Ben, because it's took us a long time, and I'll be jumping off soon enough as well, sadly, and he's going to be left all alone to try and make sure everything runs nice and smoothly. Fair play, Ben. No, you've done a fantastic job to get this going in the first place, so well played to you. And Lotus Nesu, like we said, his team, he managed to get everybody up back in the lobby, but his team are falling once again, and it's all down to Lotus Nesu. He falls down. Yadel, he is going to have to be the player that disappears and tries to get that reset now.
when if there's a legend you want alive, a lifeline is not a terrible one to do. It was a bit unfortunate there because they did knock down the Newcastle, but Ibby managed to hold strong on the altar, and Team 6 are going to be doing well. We're now going to jump over to team number 12, who we saw a little bit earlier inside of the command center, the command center area, and they're now going to be backing themselves away towards the Jurassic side.
Yeah, well, they beat Team 15, but there's also having to deal with another team pushing in for that third party, and that's team number 8. And with 2 players down, only down to Lily Jr. again, has to get out there, use the altar ability to get away, and will they be able to drag some players back in. So it's still there, but I don't think they're going to be able to pop that in time. Are they going to be hunted down? Yes, they will. They'll get them. Here we go. Reset at least 2 players, and have to start thinking about Charisma to get him back in the lobby later on. But Team 8, they're going to try and find you. They're going to try and go and hunt for these individual members, because that's KP. It's just going to miss, and they'll be very weakened. And Tong Samet, Imperial Rose, they're not players to back down.
They certainly aren't. Imperial Rose backing on away, and they now have noticed that there is another team coming on. This is going to be team number 9, who have actually managed to get the knock onto Overhero. Imperial Rose with that 2x on the vault, trying to look over and support. Unfortunately, Tong Sama goes down, so it's all up to Imperial Rose. Gets some good shots down onto this player. It is an altar, however, so they're going to be dipping and diving through those portals, and it does look like, potentially, Imperial Rose might do the same. They are going to be able to get behind this cover, however, and might be able to stick that res onto the conduit. It does look like it's coming out. And for now, Team 12 have heard this, and they're going to be getting those shots. The knock instantly coming back out. Tong Sama only just back onto their feet, and now down on the floor. The Horizon ult comes out to try and stop them down, and from the heavens, they do full soul.
Oh, the wingman shots are so iffy. The one can't do any more damage. They escape for a second. Team 9 eventually get eliminated, but now Team 12 on the hunt to finish off the final team. But no, so he goes down. Oh, down to Lily Jr. Can he win it with the R301? He gets some good damage, but he can't win the battle. Imperial Rose comes out on top, and Team 8 survive another onslaught. But Team 10, they're coming in from the circle. They're going to be the team that's going to come right up beside team number 8, but if they can get there without taking too much damage, this could be a really interesting battle as well. But I think I would have stayed alive inside this ring. As Pablito once again and Skelly, they're having to scale their way into that zone.
They are indeed. Team 10 are trying to do what they can. Team 8, I think, scared them back far enough away, but they have got to try and loot up quickly. Meanwhile, we're going to go over to team number 14, who are over at the wall and are trying to hold out Team 4.
Team 4 inside the building as well as Team 14. Just obviously waiting their time here. Not going to be giving away. Trying to see if they can bamboozle players, because you can see there the Maggie on the other teams. Obviously, not the Maggie, sorry. The Mirage has sent their decoys in. Trying to throw a distraction, give away positions here inside the building. But nobody falling to it. You can just see them out that doorway, just moving their characters left and right in behind that door. We're trying to make an opportunity to get themselves in. Team 4 not willing to come in yet. Not ready for the ambush that's about to happen.
Team 4 holding on the outside. They don't have to move in right now. Obviously, the ring is about to close, which is... Oh, I was about to give you... I can quickly show you where it's going. It is going to be going out towards this area, and it does look at the moment that this might be the more interesting of fights. So we're going to go look and see how Genesee and co are doing. Unfortunately, Sammy Slams does fall. Can't Move is going to be looking over this to see what they can... if they can get any picks away. Meanwhile, Genesee has got a scout and an unlimited ammo scout. So, you know, maybe losing Sammy Slams wasn't the worst thing if they are going to be able to get that. That's all I can say.
No, yeah, definitely not. Get the Mythic Ben, get what you need, get the best loot you can possibly get and get out of there. But Team 5 being left alone because Team 3 are right, we're rotating, time is ticking, we're going to get ourselves into a good spot inside zone. Team 8 have went in a different way after the evac blend, so they're going to the north side of the map, but they might well land right on top of Team 4. They're about to get in an engagement. They left that fight with 14, but they're just on board now. Team 8, as they've just landed, and now an opportunity for a big gunfight here on the rocks, and it's going to be Kokar that goes down first. Sabucio and Clemson Crown, are they going to stick that? Yep, the Mirage revive to come in on in, but his teammate will fall first, and Maggie, once again, just after getting the reset, could well be out here for teammate. It could be their chance to capitalise on a good opportunity to take that player that came from the evac, and yep, Crimson Crown all alone. Fortunately, not for much longer. Be sent back to that lobby, and teammate come out on top.
Does look like we're getting a couple little tech issues just
Nah,
with the game. I don't know what you're talking about. This is definitely not a PowerPoint show for me as well, folks. So apologies for that all. Hopefully this will clean up as we get towards this end zone. But we can have a look here at what the ring is doing. And what we can see is that people are making their way in. We've got 9 squads remaining, which is really good to see. The thing is, Imperial Rose is now coming in, and they've got to be careful because there is obviously the team just beneath them, or just ahead of them even, of Team 14.
Oh, that shot was nice there, unfortunately. Shriven Beazle just has to get out as well, because weakened massively as well. No shield, no nothing. Team 5 in the meantime get eliminated, and Shriven Beaz gets picked off from the bean. Team 7, who are sitting waiting, already in a great spot here, by the way, inside zone as well. Got 2 of the nuts in here, sorry, and then they've got 1 that is just on the edge. So if they can stay there in that position, a good power point to be in, but teammate's going to get into one of them. That's going to get their home for now, unless Team 14 decide, I'm going to reside here instead.
I mean, Team 14 here, they've lost down on 2, but Luna has done a really good job to get underneath this this nut. I think now Pietro is going to be having to pop that shield and try and just provide cover more than anything, but it's not going to be enough. They go out into the open and they do get caught out. Team 8 are inside the nut and they were in a great position. Meanwhile, Team 13 do seem to be in an engagement up against Team 17. We've got Dark up on the height. Is going to hit that Octane jump pad. Missed it by accident. But is going to be able to pop with the overflow. So they are going to be able to get back up onto health. But the Maggie Ball, beautifully done there from AAC. We're going to jump on board with a player that we've been seeing pop up in the kill field right now. Already 1 kill and 4 assists to their name. 2,000 damage already. And that drill is going utterly crazy. Team 13 wiped so quickly. All of them pretty much coming to the hands of AAC with a little bit of help there from Abhaza. We are now down to 6 squads remaining, 16 players, and there is also a couple little dinosaurs around here as well.
Yep, a couple little here. We got 6 squads, 16 players, all vying for this top spot here. Team 3 on the edge of circle. Team 6 have got the only building inside that circle, and they are licking beamed up from outside from Team 3. The other 2 teams that we've got to worry about is the 2 players. It's Team 7 and Team 8 who are sitting inside the nuts individually ones, and Team 10 just ran himself at the top. That's Belito doing his job up at the top there, north side. Just ran out, hoping that everybody else fights below him before he has to start making a move into that zone.
Absolutely.
Breacher. Oh, damage. I don't know how. Is it a valuable thing to use, or is it just mainly used for getting through them doorways? What do you reckon? Because I've done some damage with it. I've never really seen it be a necessary thing to take out players, but I mean, sometimes when you know they're weakened and that's the only thing you've got option, just fire it in, go straight through, right?
I mean, to be honest, I think that team there, Team 17, would have liked anything to really help try and stop them there. But I agree with you. I think it is really good at destroying not just doors, but also things like rampart walls, things like traps and different type of amped cover. It's a really good way to sort of breach defenses, particularly when characters like Watson are so good. But Team 3 are now getting into that engagement up by the broken armory. They're pushing up and they have got a knock. The Newcastle, as we can see, is getting the res, and the fuse ult comes out from Explodes. They've got 1 knock. They've got 2 knock. The 3rd comes in. Team 6 eliminated from this, and Team 3 have now got a great position inside of the zone. It's one of the only places now left with cover. They have got to watch out though, because as Pablito of Team 10, as we can see, is over here on the west hand side of the map. Meanwhile, we do have team number 8 here with Imperial Rose and Tong Sama, and then just above them is Team 7 with Revelations and Femboy and co. So it's a great position right now for Team 3 to be in, especially when you've got a Kraber.
Yeah, 100% when you got a Kraber. I mean, he's going to be spreading as much as he possibly can. It's unlimited as well, so just fire on in, give yourself the tags. He sees an outline there, he's ready. He's going to see, was that a Wraith's legs, I think it was, maybe potentially. Yep, there it is, the Wraith. Boom, 50. There you go, 150 damage done, not completely, but the Wraith backs right down. Next one, 150. Just keep cracking away, bread and butter. You've got an opportunity here to take one of these players mega weak, maybe even get that knock early, and just send a Sparrow. Give yourself an opportunity to figure out where exactly they are for you to line up that next shot. Yep, unfortunately, he's going to back down for a little bit, but I mean, they're definitely in that best spot here, Team 3, aren't they, Ben? They're definitely in the spot that everybody's going to have to come towards, because that is the closest to the middle of that circle, and he's still trying to hit them Kraber shots.
I accidentally hit mute there. Definitely didn't happen at all. But I was just saying that a really good shot there with that Kraber stopped the Wraith from being able to portal. So they've had to cross over and use their utility. So that Bangalore now has used up that ultimate, is not going to have it back here for the end zone unless they've got some ultic cells. And Imperial Rose getting absolutely obliterated by that Kraber. But now we have got Team 7 who have taken the height, and Explodes has been exploded by the Havoc. Bread and Butter is playing from this low ground, playing behind that shield really nicely, but unfortunately, nades are coming down, shots are coming down. Bread and Butter tries to take to the height, is dipping, is diving, is trying to do what they can with that Sparrow movement, but it is not going to be enough, just down to the Wraith remaining here of Crossover XD. There is, however, Pablito from Team 10 is still going to be alive and is still going to be a solo. He's doing a great job right now to potentially clutch themselves up into a third place position. Meanwhile, we're going to get onto the height of Team 7, who have taken this away and have, I'd say, have got a really great opportunity to close this one out. We do know, however, that, of course, Team 8 are going to be playing in from the open. You can see that breach of the Hemlock is going out. They're trying to put it behind cover, and they do get a crack onto the Wraith. But at the moment, I have to say Team 7 are looking so good. They are looking so likely to take this one away.
Yeah, on the high ground, got all the opportunities. Every other team pretty much weakened in any open site. It's easy pickings here from then on out. You've got two players that are individuals as well, Crossover, XD and Pablito, and it's us, the teammate, that you have to deal with now. And you know what? It's only one player that's left, the teammate as well. And that is going to be Sama once again, but he's trying to stick that res. Trying to get potentially that Wraith back up if he can. As you can see on board, back and forward though, he's just in the water and he's literally using that Wraith portal back and forward and getting himself tagged up massively. He's surely not surviving. It's Team 7 versus Team 10. And Pablito has got himself into a second spot. It's a 3v1, it's done. Team 7 are your champions for game number 1 on stream here. And that's going to put them, if you can see there, the player that was on board there, into 4th spot. That would have been Revelations, I assume, after the 6 kills. Puts himself into 4th spot overall. But what a phenomenal first game. Eventually we got to go and we're into the action. We're into the day. And we're into our Friday night matches, Ben.
We most certainly are. Everybody, thank you so much for bearing with us. And I just realized that Mark has disappeared. Mark, if you could send me
it's okay, it's all for good. It's the same, it'll be the same video ninja link that was there before, but it's all good. It's all good because we will be dipping. So I mean, it'll be first caster scream anyway. I mean, I could be the ghost of Hidden's past.
Well, we are back, and it's been wonderful to have you. For some reason, Mark, that one is not pulling through. So we're just going to...
Oh, wait a minute. I restarted my computer as well. Yeah, that's why.
Restarted his computer.
Yeah,
So we're just...
I forgot about that.
In the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick look here at the latest match and how we are getting on here. We'll quickly refresh that screen for you so that you can see what is happening. And as we can see, this looks like it's a slightly different game. That's all good.
The most recent match that's going on currently, yeah.
Yeah, that is indeed. So, just for reference, folks, you might notice there's been a nice little upgrade in a few of the little overall leaderboards and such. And yeah, it's been doing a great job behind the scenes in terms of getting this sorted. So, still just a few teething issues, but this stream is only going up, and a great job by CCE and the folks. But this is the overall standings as it currently stands. As we already have highlighted, Revelations taking the top spot right now, especially after that great win in that game there, as the Watson with 6 kills.
Yep, definitely a fantastic position to be in as well. Quite a good gap as well, just because of that win. It just shows you the placement points do matter a difference here. But there's a few players in that top spot here that we've not seen before. I mean, Panic, and maybe you have, but I haven't. Panic, Zordef, Swim Team, Buddha we've seen, but Exploits, these are all players that are up there, new for the first time potentially this week, or just making it into that top 10 now. There's going to be so many more players getting involved here as the weeks go on. The competition is just going to get tougher and tougher and tougher. And yeah, it might have been easy for the first couple of weeks for you being in that top 10 or that top 20 spots to get potentially some winnings because you have got that share, the SQL premium payments. That's what gets you that $15 for finishing in that top 20. But if you have got premium, you're going to get a guaranteed extras as well, which is always a bonus if you are there. Otherwise, it is the top 15 who will get points if you don't have that premium, as you can see in the green. But yeah, I mean, we're going to see people vying for that. And like people that have won it a couple of times with won money might start struggling as the lobbies get more and more progressively bigger and better.
Absolutely here. So well, we're going to have a quick look here at some of the other things. And what we have got here is some featured players. So these are the people who we wanted to highlight from our last showing in terms of who were standouts and within that top 5. So big shout out goes to Cheese Supper, who did go away as our champion of week number 6. We're on week 7 right now of the Solo Queue League. But it's great to see that Cheese Supper, who's been a mainstay within the competition throughout, and it's good to see them coming out towards the top. But then we've also obviously seen Lotus Nesu. We saw them a little bit earlier. Performing all right, but I think they would certainly like to have a slightly better performance in that game, alongside Reaps, Pax, and of course Zenzo as well, who has always found themselves within those top positions in the leaderboard.
Yep, always up there. Definitely, Zenzo is a fantastic player, along with Lotus and Super. We've probably spoke about so many times and so many different weeks that they have been performing, and it's just because they're up there all the time, right? They're always players to keep an eye on throughout the weekend, especially. And yeah, still, even just now, not in that top 20. None of these 3 players or 4 players that we're speaking about are even in that top 20 now. That's just how close and how difficult things are going to get.
Most certainly will do. But yeah, we're just going to stick with just myself for now. Mark, you're going to be... Actually, we'll put it on the Eurocast just so that people know that you're here.
Yeah, well, for now. I probably might not even make that next game, so I have to jump in a call myself as well. But, Ben, it's been a pleasure. Hopefully tomorrow I can get the stream to work, because I was going to try and stream it today, but that was not the issue as well. So, I mean, that's another issue we'll get delayed for another day. But for yourself, Ben, appreciate it. Have a fantastic evening, everybody else here on Shareplay, and make sure you get involved in these lobbies. They're going to be feisty, they're going to be nice, and it's going to be all weekend long as well. So make sure you're getting involved in as many as possible.
Absolutely. It's wonderful to have you here. Whilst Mark heads off and we wait for our next game to kick off, I want to give a big shout out to some of the sponsors. You can see them down at the bottom of the screen just beneath me in this lovely new overlay that we have got set up. Obviously, you saw the first sponsor that was Mohan, who are a brilliant controller company, and I have got the incredible Blitz 2 just here, which is a phenomenal controller, and I would highly recommend you go and checking out if you are a controller player like I am. It is, yeah, incredible, really reasonable price as well. But you can get yourself an extra discount.
Very reasonable price for all the buttons that you get on this thing. Oh my god, it's unbelievable. I'm like, wait a minute, this is a phenomenal pad. Definitely worth the look at, and check out definitely the videos and such like on their website, because it's going to be phenomenal.
Absolutely, yeah. I'll hit everybody with an ad for them at some point soon, but I think we'll wait until we get into the next game first. But other sponsors as well, obviously you can see down below us, Shareplay are our absolute mainstay. We are streaming on the Shareplay platform, so welcome in to everybody in the stream right now. It's wonderful to have you in here. If you haven't already, make sure that you claim your Shareplay ID so that you can be your own name, like I am. It's me, Ben B, on Shareplay, on everything. And you want to make sure that you claim that and get chatting in the chat as well, because that will earn you XP, and you can put that XP towards things like customization within the platform, creating a lovely, beautiful profile that we can see whilst you're chatting away or streaming. But you can also put that towards things such as potential esports tournaments that Shareplay may be looking to throw in the future. So you certainly want to get yourself chatting, earn that XP, and make sure that you are joining in on the action, because Shareplay is all about a platform that's about growing the community, and it's something that we're definitely doing here at CCE. I'm going to hit you with a very short intermission sponsored by the incredible folks at Shareplay, and I will be back straight into the next game, which I believe is just going to be myself, Mark. So if this is going to be goodbye, thank you very much.
Oliver Daci, chat. Oliver Daci.
Well, hopefully everybody will see you and Scott Convergent tomorrow. For now, very quick intermission sponsored by Shareplay.
To the Shareplay marketplace. To get started, navigate to Marketplace from the top menu or the left side navigation. Here, you'll find a variety of items available to unlock and purchase. You can select individual items or add multiple items to your cart and check out all at once. Once your purchase is complete, your items will automatically be saved in My Collections, located in your vault. Inside your vault, you can view and manage everything you've collected. Items from your collection can be used across Shareplay. For example, you can customize your profile decorations, badges, and other visual elements from the settings page to stand out in the community. You can also use your XP points to redeem items in the marketplace. Some items can be unlocked at full XP value, while others may be available at discounted XP rates. And this is just the beginning. New items, collections, and seasonal packs will continue to be added to the marketplace. If you run into any issues, visit the Help Center or contact support for assistance. Head to the Shareplay Marketplace today and start building your collection.
Shareplay.
Welcome back, everybody. We are going straight in game, and we are going to be going to E District, a wonderful map, and probably my favorite one for competitive Apex. As you can see, a little bit of a see how everybody's doing in terms of their spread out. We've got nobody at City Hall, nobody at Resort. We do have a few people around Energy Bank and the sort of no-name area in Galleria. So this potentially could get a little bit busy, and I would not be surprised if we do see As Pablito and co moving up fairly quickly to go attack the people at Humber Labs. I will also try and figure out how to get my the names shown as well, the team names, because that is always very easy. But because I've now lost Mark, I will be hitting this the map overview a little bit more, which I hope you don't mind, chat, because it is now just myself, as we said. I'm also going to make sure that I'm just jumping in the chat now. So if you've got any questions that you would like to ask, or any thoughts on the games so far, or any issues with the stream itself, please do let me know, and I'll try and sort it out. But for now, you can see that we do potentially have a early push happening, maybe towards the stadium area, but I'll keep an eye on that for now. Just going to turn the game sound down just a little bit as well, just so it's not quite as overpowering. I'm also just going to now that Mark's here, I can just slightly rearrange everything on my PC. Perfect. Okay, sweet. So on to the game, and that is there. Perfect. So yes, you can see that there does look like we are getting GKO pushing up towards the stadium area. They've gotten to the crypto drone. It's not really a legend that we sort of see a vast amount of within the solo queue league, but it is always very lovely to see them in here due to the fact that you don't see them so much. They have been hit, however, by a frag grenade. They've got to be careful because this is going to be Femboy, by the way, who is going to be pushing up and getting some shots down towards them as well. So they're now going to be getting a little bit more aggressive, pushing their way up. Crossover with the Valk Tactical. Nothing quite hitting for now, whether that be the Valk Tac or the Ash Q. We have got the 3x on the Havoc. I'm sure that they would love for that to connect. Meanwhile, Femboy is backing up just a touch because they do have the Evo cache nearby, which would be very handy, but considering none of the team right now are currently on blue. Meanwhile, we do have Team 16 who are all blue. That said, Major Kent has been taken down, and it is going to be Pax Wingman, which is going to do that. We're now going to have to do some great shots coming in from Chapo, who is going to back away. Crossover is going to see what they can do with the R301. The 2 to 4 times on hand. And they do have an Ash Tac, which is brilliantly done. And that is going to allow them to push up. The Pathfinder is not going to be able to get away. Swings around that corner. And Chopper does go down. Team 16, one player left remaining is going to be the Crypto. And they are going to be able to res that one back. I did just realize also that I'd somehow hit mute on the game sound. So apologies for that. We've managed to sort that one out for now. But Team 5 have been eliminated in the meantime as Team 16 continue to get pressured. Major Kent doing a good job to hold this door. And they get the shots down. The Ash is taken down. Beautifully done there from Major Kent. Wraith is actually going to be backing away. And Team 3 have somehow been taken down to just one player remaining. Unbelievably done by Team 16. And they are going to follow this one straight up. Major Kent going through the portal. And it's going to follow them down. But unfortunately does go down. It's now down to the Eva 8 of Azpaza. And it is not going to be enough, folks. Team 16 are eliminated. Pax does just enough to hold on. Meanwhile, we'll look at the map, see what we are getting into. And it does look like we're getting a little bit of a fight up towards the north. Team 13 with a little bit of poke battle towards Team 15. We'll keep an eye on these two as it does look like Air Token and Skelly are also going to be getting into a fight. Air Token going up that evac tower. And they are now going to be dropping down from the height. Shots with the alternator are not going to be quite enough at this moment in time as the horizon does fall. They're going to be making their way down, moving and grooving. For now, it does look like TTV Skelly is going to be able to get away. Team 4, though, are chasing up Skelly, and Skelly is going to have to do something special if they are wanting to close this one out. Skelly's doing a good job right now, to be fair, of moving away. The good thing is they don't have a Valkyrie here of Team 4, so they aren't going to be able to get those scans through the walls. And actually, Strange Max has taken a lot of damage from Skelly. And gets taken down. Skelly is doing a wonderful job. Takes to the skies. The horizon. Up to full health on the bats front, but unfortunately did take too much damage on the health. Air Token does take them down. Strange Match losing the 1v1, but they are not going to lose out entirely. We're now going to get back onto the map to see what is happening, and it does look like Team 11 have managed to get a couple knocks here, and Merc is gone. Merc, not a great showing from you so far, my friend. As your teammates are now going to have to try and clutch this one up. What a frag grenade! Lionel! More like Kobe in here with that frag grenade. My lord, beautifully done there coming in from the team. Now just down to Nero, who is going to be hitting that scan and can see that there are some people obviously down towards his right-hand side. But for now, they're going to be getting themselves and the teammates back into this game here using that respawn beacon. They're going to make their way over towards the zone to res this one up. We go back over, and there is some fighting happening as Team 10, Ibby, is taken down by Cosmic. Coming up that corner, the PK, not quite enough. Team 10 get absolutely obliterated from that lobby, and it is going to be Lix Panic, who does indeed take them out. The longbow, some glorious shots so far, and already 4 kills right now to Panic. I believe that they're going to be shooting here at team number 9. Team number 9 are doing a good job to back away, and it is going to be Revelations, who is currently leading at the moment in the overall leaderboard. As you can see at the top of the screen, 410 points to their name is going to be putting them into first place. And now, Team 9 have hit the evac tower via the lovely ring console. Whilst Joanne is going to be leveling up that vault. We go back over to the lobby, to the map, and we are going to be seeing Team 12 pushing up. And here Henry does get swung. Hasn't had to go into the void passages because Mako was able to follow that one out. And the Beast did get eliminated. 1 player less remaining this team, and Team 15 taken on down. Mako doing a great job there. And Merc also getting kills in the feed, which I believe is Team 8. As you can see, Jester Games on their feet on the back for now, and it is just going to be down to FTA High to get away for now. Back over here to see how everybody is doing in the lobby, and we are going to be making our way up towards the City Hall zone. And it's going to continue to move on up here. We can see that it is touching here, so it is likely to continue to be moving up towards that way, but Right now, Team 9 are being pushed up upon by Panic and Co from Licks. You can see that Wraith portal is moving on up. And down below is going to be Panic, who we know is going to be getting aggressive and wanting to play for these kills. Right now with 4 kills on the board already and 3 assists. Unfortunately, Cosmic takes a lot of damage. And it is going to be Revelations, who's doing a great job with the Watson, but unfortunately does get taken down by Eltic. The Watson deciding to take that Gibby damage. And they're now going to get back up onto the height, which means that there is just one player left remaining. It's going to be Andrew. What can Andrew do on the Revenant? Unfortunately, there is a little bit of cover. They're going to jump into the Wraith portal. There's 16 seconds left on the next pounce. It's some nice shots, but it is not going to be quite good enough. Team 9 are taken down from this lobby. And we are down to 7 squads remaining. Panic with 5 of those kills already. 3 to Eltic and 4 to Cosmic. This is not a team to mess with. Team number 6. We're also going to be getting, potentially, Team 12 with a red bin coming in soon. So we'll have to see if a Kraber comes into play. They have noticed, however, that we do have Team 18 nearby, just playing out as a duo right now. And it does look like, for now, Team 18 are going to be able to back away, because you do have got Merc and Co. from Team 8 now moving in from the top of the ramp, and they're now going to make their way into the City Hall zone. An awful drill coming in from Merc, unfortunately for him. More than anything, that's more like a cover, like a Bangalore smoke, I'm going to say, is what he's tried to do. It's definitely not just a misplaced cue. Merc. Trying to move on up. You can see that Nero has put those Sparrow cues down. Potentially a little bit of a distraction coming out there. By putting that respawn beacon down, it's maybe drawn attention away. I'm assuming that that's what they were thinking, as Nero is going to take a little bit of damage. He's going to be popping some heals behind as Merc is going to continue to move on up. And they have noticed a team up on the height. That looks like a much better drill, though, coming in there from Merc. And it is going to be Team 6 who are sitting up here. Cosmic, Panic, and Eltic. Sitting on the height, and they've put some nades down. Thankfully, Buddha has got is on the Newcastle, so is going to be able to survive this. Some really good nades, though, being able to come in, and it's pushing Buddha back all the way into the building. And it is now allowing them to get aggressive and to push up onto this. The Sparrow of Nero is surely going to go down here. There goes Nero. But unfortunately, Cosmic takes a huge amount of damage. Needs his players to follow up. Where is Merc? And where is the Newcastle of Buddha? Merc does take down Eltic. We're going to stick on board here with Merc, who is looking to get aggressive. You can see that there is a player just above due to those lovely observer highlights. As we are seeing Hay also knock down Snow. Merc is going to try and get the finish. Meanwhile, there is a player pushing up, getting aggressive. There is a Q available. The Q does come out. Nothing connecting for right now, as Buddha has managed to get Nero back onto their feet, thanks to the Newcastle revive. 4 kills now for Merc. 1 kill for Nero, as Nero has now taken that height and is looking in a good position. However, the ring is closing. They are going to have to move. And there is a player just beneath them to the left, I believe. As you can see there, Panic is going to be that player. Thankfully, has got out of sight. As we are going to be seeing Lino with some shots down. Team 12 eliminated. And we're going to look at this lobby and see where it's going to be pulling. It's going to be pulling up more towards the north-hand side. So we do have Team 4 who are going to be in a decent position on this bridge. They're going to be able to turn and see everybody coming from the City Hall angle. They've got to be careful because they have got Team 13 who are going to be looking at them. Meanwhile, the duo of Team 18, Anderson and Johnny. I'm assuming they're going to potentially hit a Valkyrie unless they are able to get themselves into the zone by foot. The problem, obviously, of hitting that Valkyrie is going to be that it draws a lot of attention towards you. Nero now is also going to be picking up a scout, but opts not to take it, even though they have got unlimited ammo. I personally disagree with that, but that's, you know, each to their own. Some people love a bow check. And Merc is now on the low ground. Is looking to try and get aggressive onto this, and it's going to be a Wraith that is queuing on away. Nero is going to jump up onto the height. Is trying to take some angles, and the Wraith has portaled away. Is now actually going back the way they came, trying to distract and disrupt them, and it's going to be Panic, who is doing a great job of surviving for now. Unfortunately, he can see that there is somebody inside of the Wraith portal, and nobody for now actually opting to chase this one down. Panic is going to be able to survive and potentially wrap themselves away. But no, you can hear that P2020. That is surely going to be Merc swinging around on the Maggie. And Nero closes that one out. Now the queues are going to be going out with down to 5 squads remaining. Team 4 on this height. And you now do have Team 8 pushing up onto the interior of the building. The Maggie ball goes down, but unfortunately Nero does fall, and that is going to be Strange Max, who indeed falls. Merc taking a wonderful angle right now on the walls. They go through those lovely hard light windows, and they are going to be able to get some really good angles as the Watson falls from the height and goes down. Air token going on down, and Merc with a really good drill, but unfortunately it's not going to be quite enough for now. Down Nero goes as well. It's just down to Buddha. Buddha is trying to bring Merc back to their feet. Unfortunately, though, they got a Maggie drill coming in from the height. They're facing up against the Mirage, against the Maggie drill, and against that Watson as well. And the Watson is going to be able to get back onto their feet. Team 8 eliminated from this lobby, as we're down to our final 4 squads. The solo of Anderson has managed to make their way in and is going to be getting some shots with the triple take from afar. I personally don't think that Anderson has got necessarily the greatest chance to win this one, but you never know. A top 2 might be on the cards, just like it was for Az Pablito in the last game. We go back on board with Team 4, who are now going to be looking across towards Jester, towards Hay, and FTA Hay is actually going to be taking to the skies in order to get the scans onto where those teams are. Interestingly, Hay is actually going to go and try and solo fight against this player now. It's going to be an Anderson versus a Hay solo fight, and now Anderson takes to the sky as well. Only 31 damage to Hay's name. They are now going to have to make their way on back. You can see where Anderson is potentially going to be landing. It is going to be over towards this bridge side. And now they have been spotted out by Hay. Actually, well done in the end by Hay. The thing is, they have split from the team, so they now need to make their way on back because we're down to our final 3 squads. And it is going to be Team 11. Team 4, who are obviously on the building in the middle. And we also have got Team 13 as well. The Team 13, they've got themselves a spot inside of the zone. We're going to have a quick look here at where everybody is in terms of the admin cam. And you can see we've got team down here, Team 13. They've got some Watson fences up, and they are getting shot at from afar. Meanwhile, we've obviously got the team here of team number 4 inside of the building. Obviously, they took down Team 8 to take this spot. And now it looks like they are actually getting aggressed upon. Team 13 are in a rough spot of this right now. It's just down to Hostile and Mansion Beach. It's actually just down to Hostile. The last player remaining, they've got this Rift energy popped. The Maggie drill comes out, and unfortunately, that is going to be all she wrote. As Team 11 is now down to 2 players. Skids Leonel, who we saw earlier was more like a Kobe with their frag grenade throws, is now going to be sticking the res. Hay is going to be back onto the feet, but the team has aggressed, has pushed up upon this, and they don't quite realize where they are. Team 4 doing a really good job is going to be Strange Max with that Mirage to cause confusion. Putting those decoys out, got that ultimate going, and it's going to be able to give so much info to the team. As soon as people shoot those Mirage decoys, you get that scan, and that's great right now from Mirage. They're closing this one out. The Maggie Ball comes out as well. This is surely going to be a team for victory. All they need to do is close down the last 2 players. But the thing is, you've still got a Newcastle in Team 11. So there is the opportunity for Lionel to pull them back up onto their feet. Jester is now up to the skies, to the roof. Lionel goes, and it is just down to Jester. 1 player remaining. It's not going to be enough. Team 4 are your champions of that game. And a really good one there, particularly for Explodes, who we've already seen in the previous game was playing on that fuse. And they were able to push themselves up that leaderboard. And with that performance, I would not be surprised if we see them push themselves up into a top 3 position. Other shout-outs go to Hay with 8 kills as well. And looking down further, you can see Panic with 5 kills. And those are probably your main shout-outs from this. So yeah, big shout-out to everyone, though. Explodes, Air Token, and Strange Match coming away as your champions of that. As we go back to just myself on the cast, obviously missing out on Mark, but Mark will hopefully be back this time tomorrow alongside Scott Conversion, because unfortunately I'm not going to be here tomorrow. But yes, we are going to have a quick look and see how that latest match is doing. And it does look like, there we go, perfect. So, Strange Max, Air Token, and Explodes coming away there with 13 kills, a massive 6,000 damage between them, a lovely almost 2,000 damage each, which is great to see. A really consistent performance from them. Looking down through, though, you have got 13 to Team 1. You've got 10 kills to Team 2, but then a wonderful showing there coming out from Panic, Cosmic, and Eltic. We saw them continuously pushing, continuously getting aggressive onto this, and they came away with 12 kills and 6th position. So not a bad showing from them. Also a shout out to the duo as well, who managed to come away with 4th position with 2 kills to their name. That is going to be great for their overalls, as we're going to have a quick look and see how the overall leaderboard is doing at this moment. And as I mentioned, Explodes has exploded their way onto the scene and have pushed themselves up towards that, into that top position, which is wonderful to see, and a huge congratulations to Explodes on the current performance that you are going with. It is great to see, as I actually look like I'm going to be getting straight into the next lobby, which is great to see. So let me just pop the code in for us right now, and we'll be able to very shortly get straight underway with the next game. Oh, I've absolutely smashed that there. Game starting in 2 seconds. We're just going to go straight into this, folks, which is good to see. Whilst we do, though, wait for this next one to go, I just want to have a quick look here. Players to watch, perfect. We're going to have a quick look here at the overall character stats, because what you might not have noticed is that in the latest match, we have got character bans, and as you can see in the last game, we had Alter and Caustic both banned, not able to be played in the lobby. And so what this means is, for the overall character stats, rather than a few characters dominate, it makes it a little bit more interesting. And so overall, Alter is still your #1 picked legend, but with the character bans setup that we have currently got, it does mean that potentially they might not live there for long. But as you can see, Alter currently first with 12.4%, Octane and Valkyrie and Wraith coming out as your top 4, which is a lot of movement between those characters. Let's have a quick drink and see. But yeah, it's good, interesting to see. Sia currently our lowest picked legend. I'm surprised about that, considering the ability. I mean, I'd say that Sia has improved as of recent, and particularly when you sort of compare them to Bloodhound, which has actually had a few more picks than them. I think I wouldn't be surprised if we see potentially a little bit more Sia, particularly as people start running it down a little bit more. You can get really aggressive with a Sia pick. But we're going to go straight into our next game, and it does look like we're going to be on E-District once again, as I am going to pull up. There we go. Into the game we go. And we can see at the top, we've got our lovely overall table, so that everybody can see where people are currently placing. We've also got our sponsors code as well. And as you can see there, Mojon on the screen right now. Make sure that you're using the code on screen, CCE. I think that's CCE 2026, and that will get you 15% off. We've also got Wallhack as well as one of our sponsors as well. Make sure that you're using CCE UCX to get 10% off some wonderful wonderful stuff. And Shareplay, of course, as well, our streaming partner for the solo queue league. We're going to be into this next game now, and you can see we are once again back on E-District. And a nice spread. We now have got players at City Zone and at City Hall and Resort, but unfortunately for both of them, it is not going to be going their way once again. Instead, we're going to be bouncing on down, and I'm going to see who is going to be hitting a beacon from me. It's not going to be I Am Delhi. We're going to go over to you instead. Team number 1. It's not going to be you either, because for some reason, folks, you know, Apex things, I'm not able to hit the next ring beacon. So I am purely relying on the wonderful players in the game. And it does look like Saga has actually hit that, has pinged it. And they have actually hit this already. So we are now going to be making our way down towards the draft point end zone, which is going to be wonderful for our team number 9, which is going to be they. They love slime. They F with slime, Max and Spitz Coyote. So it's a good zone in terms of it's coming to them. But the problem they've got is that with it coming to them, they potentially are not going to get as much time to loot should people decide to rotate towards them. The thing is, in the solo queue league, you never know what you're going to be getting, particularly with how certain teams like to get a little bit more aggressive and other ones like to rotate on through. And that's the joy of the solo queue league, because you get paired up with random teammates every single round. It's all based, it's got some skill-based matchmaking behind it as well, which is great to see. And unfortunately, it does look like the overlay does seem to have decided to take a pause on this now. So we're not going to be able to see the overall standings as they currently are per player, like we were before. But we'll be getting that back sorted for the next stream, I promise you. As it does look like Fetal Fiber has taken some damage, and right now Team 18 are getting aggressive. No surprise at all that we have got a Revenant getting a little bit AP and pushing up against this. They've taken the height away. They've climbed up onto the walls. The thing is, they've got a Maggie drill coming at them, so they've had to drop down to the low ground. Swings around that corner, and Eric, unfortunately, does fall. They're going to try and get the finish right now. And they have managed to do a good job, as I Am Dali is going to be inside of this building, looking from afar. However, the Bloodhound has gone up the zip line. They're trying to get the scans onto this last player. And it is going to be Dali, who unfortunately doesn't really look like they're going to be able to get out of this. But they've managed to climb onto the height, get some traps down. But unfortunately, they don't actually have any traps left available. One more second. The trap does now finally go down, as Fetal Fiber is also taken out. However, we've now got the Horizon Ultimate, the Horizon Q, and nades going aplenty. Dali struggling, but is surviving for now, which is the main thing. And as a Caustic, it's not an easy legend to push. Caustic Ultimate now has been expended. Another Horizon ult coming out. I don't know how they're getting so many of them, but they are utilizing their abilities to their best of their ability. More Caustic attacks going out. And we can now hear that there is a altar queue as well. So they are now being gressed upon. And this is going to be Team 5. It's going to be Rose, Vagabond, Caleb, and Sol, who have now taken the height away. And because of how long this fight ended up being, we've actually now got the position of Team 18, who took down I Am Dali to just one player left remaining. They are now potentially going to be taken down. And it's just going to be down to Melina, who's trying to do what they can, but are going to fall. Which is utterly wild to think. Ion Dali did end up falling, though, in the meantime. And we are now down to 10 squads remaining. It's been an aggressive start to the game, with a lot of fights already kicking off. Meanwhile, you can see that Team 11 have got the next ring beacon, but they have also spotted out Team number 12. Team 12 also trying to find where people are. And it does look like, actually, there's been a little bit of a swapsy. Team 12 were in here. Thought maybe that somebody was coming from behind. left, and then Team 11 have come in thinking somebody's here, but they've actually just left. So they are going to be able to get a rotate away. Although, actually, I say that, there is actually a team just ahead of them. As you can see, some cracks already coming out, and the Maggie drill is going to be able to do a good amount of damage. Unfortunately, they hits the Q. I wonder if that was an accidental Q, as we are going to be having Henry going on down. Lovely sentinel shot, though. The 4 to 8 times, not my personal favorite as a controller player, but my lord, that is glorious there from Mako. Been doing such a good job on this ballistic so far here this evening, and it's not a legend that we've seen really that much at all throughout the solo queue league. So it's good to see some slight different picks coming out, and it working in the favor of Mako. Not quite hitting that shot though, but they are going to be able to continue to back on up. Team 12, though, are on the hunt of Team 11.
Let's go here.
For now, it does look like they are going to be able to get on away. Meanwhile, we are going to be having Team 6 in an engagement. Andrew on that Revenant, once again, pushing up, getting aggressive onto this. Literally 1 HP remaining. It was indeed. And down go Team 1. With Chirac Driller getting taken out. We are now down to 9 squads remaining. And that is going to be Andrew with 5 kills already. Team 6. With a composition that you wouldn't necessarily think of as that aggressive with the Gibraltar and the Bangalore. They're making it aggressive due to the fact that you've got Andrew absolutely killing it on the Revenant. Meanwhile, we are going to be having Mako and Saga, who have managed to go into the zone to stick a beacon craft. The thing is, they have noticed, however, that there is a team coming on by, and that is going to be Team 12, who are continuing to follow this one down. This Team 11, Team 12 fight has been extended. It's been long, but it's potentially going to re-kick off now, as we are going to be having Team 11 Henry getting back into the action. Hasn't been spotted out for now. But here we go. Geo pushing on up. They've got the conduit, which is going to be really great because they're going to be able to just continue to push on up, even though they have lost out on real shield, but they do have obviously that nice temporary over shield, which obviously Conduit is able to deliver to you. There's a player to his right, and Geo was not able to spot the caustic in the window. Thankfully, though, as we mentioned, that Conduit's going to be so essential to this. But Jax does fall. So they're going to have to hit the altar portal, and it's not going to be enough. Is Alonso going to be able to get it off in time? Just about. And that is absolutely miles away. Alonso is now going to try and stick the ultimate. Tries to drag the teammates back onto this. Whether they are going to be able to do this is the question. Unfortunately, they are followed on through, and Team 11 take down Team 12. We're down to 8 squads remaining, and Team 12, who managed to get the first knock, unfortunately, not able to close that one out. We now go over to Neon Square. We are going to be seeing Habitix, 100 grams of flour, and a warrant of Team 7 up against Team 10. That was actually brilliantly done, I have to say, from Evans. Waiting just a second to do the shot so that they go into the open. So now Luis is going to have to drag them back to the ultimate, and Avani is going to be able to get put back up onto their feet. Meanwhile, Team 7 are going to be continuing to fight, continuing to push up upon the crypto of the team. And it does look like the crypto is going to fall, but not before they get the knock themselves. So the crypto eliminated from this lobby before the altar is able to drag them back. Another conduit back in here as well, which is good to see. And with the res, they are obviously going to be able to get the heals, which is going to be great, especially when the zone has now closed up upon them. Bangalore ult does drop to try and stop the push, and it now does look like Team 7 are going to try and hit the evac before they get shot out off those, so they are not going to be able to rotate away. And Team 10, who obviously have lost out on the third-party king, are actually now not actually going to be in a terrible position, because they're going to be able to hold them out potentially from this little bit of height, as they are now going to make their way up towards zone. Continued fighting is also happening as Team 5 Vagabond Caleb does fall. It's down to Imperial Rose and to Soul. As Imperial Rose is going to queue on past, has got into the Wraith portal, and they're now going to be zipping on away. They've got some good distance. And Team 5 has managed to make it out for now. And gone straight to a respawn beacon crafter as well. So they are going to be able to get back straight into this. There is a beacon straight behind them. They're not going to want to take that. To be honest, it would have been better than going into there, as it's going to be Andrew, an absolute demon of this lobby right now. Literally the Grim Reaper of the solo queue league. 8 kills at this moment in time. If he's able to close this one out with a win, this is going to be utterly monumental for the overall standings, as Peppo's Pepper is going to have a nice little red bin, and we're hoping we're going to see a Kraber in there. We are indeed an unlimited ammo Kraber, as well as an alternator as well in their hands. Is going to be good for sure. Now, can we please get some shots from you, Pepper? I'll have a quick look and see how we're doing in the map whilst this does happen. And it does look like they are now going to be getting pushed up upon. Some shots hitting. Nothing yet with the Kraber. It is going to be Team 3 who are here. So they've got to be careful. A nice 120 coming out there from Pepper. Not enough for them to warrant a push up upon this, though. As they have noticed some players around. And it does look like for now, though, there is a player in the open and a glorious shot there. Unfortunately, luck is not lucky today, particularly when you've got Pepper with a Kraber. Down they do fall, and we're down to 12 squads, 12 players remaining, 5 squads here. That Kraber of Pepper is going to be something which potentially could be the game changer in this game, particularly with its unlimited ammo capabilities. We are now going to be getting a respawn as well, so we're going to stay on board with the Kraber just to see what they can do. Andrew, meanwhile, is going to be going into that ultimate, potentially push to get aggressive onto this team inside, and it is going to be Team 11 who've already lost out on Henry, and it's going to be down to Saga on the Caustic alongside their Gibraltar. Swings on round this corner. Andrew going down with the Revenant ult. They do get the knock on to the Caustic. Just one player left remaining is going to be Mako. Henry did actually get picked back on up, and Mako's doing a great job. Once again, we're seeing the ballistic come into play, and it's the ultimate engaged. They've got the autoloader, they've got the extra speed, they've got the unlimited ammo, the quick reloads, and Mako has done an insane job. Actually, Team 7 has now been taken down. Mako's going to be going into the zone. Unfortunately, I don't think they are going to be able to get out of this one. Unfortunately, just slightly too long in here, and down goes Mako. Andre, Pepper, and RJ have managed to fully reset for now as Pepper's popping those batteries. And now the swing from the team on the inside. Unfortunately, RJ takes a huge amount of damage. Is going to try on back up as Andrew has been taken down. The Kraber. We're asking a lot of you right now. Not quite hitting though, Pepper. So they're going to have to back on away. Lots of nades, and unfortunately, lots of bullets coming towards them. It's just down to RJ, who is now into the low ground. It's hoping that Andrew's going to be able to crawl on back to them, and they're now going to be putting that defensive, and certainly defensive in this instance, bombardment down to stop a potential push from coming on. But Evans is not really caring right now, but actually they do care because there's another team, and it's going to be Marta. Another duo, so it's actually going to be a duo versus a solo at this moment in time, and it's the Kraber of Luis. Manages to get is the difference maker. We've mentioned that the Kraber can be the difference in this game, especially when shots like that come on in, helping to get the knock onto Andrew. And Luis inside of this building. They're trying to find that player, and they do indeed. Glorious shots from Ateno, as we are now going to have the full squad left of team number 6 pushing up onto the duo. What can Peppo do? Can they get a shot down with the Kraber is the question. Not quite getting the quick scope. But thankfully, the Gibraltar bubble is the difference maker. And that player goes in, takes all that damage, And he's going to get knocked in now, down to just one player left remaining. It looks like Andrew is going to try and close this one out to chase this one down. I mean, Massas is doing what they can, but it is really not very much that they have got the opportunity to do. They're onto this second floor right now. And that is going to be all she wrote. Team 6 are your champions. 9 kills. My lord, Andrew, you went utterly crazy, my friend. Not to be outmatched, by the way, by a Tenno, actually, on the altar, also with 9 kills in second place. That is a wonderful showing by the top 2 teams, particularly their top 2 fraggers on the Revenant and the altar, which are the 2 that you want to get aggressive in this scenario. But looking on down through, Mako with 4 kills on the Ballistic once again, showing that you can play different legends and do very, very well. That's the end of our next game, and we're absolutely flying through these at this moment in time. We're going to go and see how that latest match did, and hopefully this will, there we go, 16 kills, almost 5k damage. It was actually their second place team with, sorry, I'm just going to make that full screen just so I can read that better. So yeah, with Luck, Mata, and Atenok, they did get over 5k damage and 14 kills, a really good showing from the team. But going on through, it is definitely, in this particular lobby, a top-heavy scenario that we are seeing, which is unsurprising when you've got players dropping 9-kill games. Overall leaderboard, as we go to this now, is going to be looking like so. Andrew, with that unbelievable performance as the Revenant, is now going to be taking that top spot, but is not going to be taking it away from anyone. They're actually going to be sharing that alongside of Explodes, obviously our winner from the previous game, as well as Zerfi as well. So it is all to play for right now. 22 kills, 21 kills, 21 kills, 23 kills for our top players. But you don't just need kills, as you can see from our 5th place player, 440 points, 14 kills, 19 assists, and obviously some good placement in there as well. That is going to be the end of our next game. I'm going to hit you with a very short intermission that is going to be sponsored by the incredible folks at Shareplay. Shareplay, as actually, we gave Shareplay on the last one. We're going to give a good shout out actually to the wonderful controller sponsor of Mohan. If you would like to get yourself one of the controllers, make sure that you use CCE UCX 2026, I think that is, for a 15% off discount. You can see down the bottom all of the codes for the sponsors. We're going to hit you with a Mohan sponsor, and thank you so much for being part of us. If you're watching this, by the way, and enjoying the streams, would like to have yourself and your business sponsored, make sure that you hit us up at CCE so that you can be part of this ever-growing community in the Solo Queue League. And we are back. Huge shout out to our wonderful new sponsor of Mojang. If you would like to pick up a glorious controller just like this one, make sure you head over to their website and use the code to get yourself a lovely discount. We are going to be going on to our next game now, and it is going to be on World's Edge, which is lovely to see. I don't think we've casted over a game here this evening on World's Edge. In the meantime, I'm just going to quickly just remind you all what the overall leaderboards are currently looking like. We do have Andrew at the top spot, followed up by Zerfi and Swim, who are all going to be on very similar, if not the same, points. Explodes actually does look like they obviously were on 470, but had a bad game in that last one and did end up dropping on down. I can actually show you what the latest game looked like, and it is going to be this one here, so you can see how everybody did. And as you can sort of see, Explodes falling in 16th position. Interesting to see, you've got an Octane and a Caustic ban in that game. In this coming one, though, we're going to be having Octane and Alter, who are our bans. Looking at this, they're an absolutely massive game coming out there from Merc, the Unknown Dads, and Edgar. And that's going to be really interesting, actually, to see what that has done to the overalls, to see if any of those three have pushed themselves up to the overalls. Merc up into 17th position with that showing. Nobody else, I don't think, unless I just can't remember their names, are pushing themselves into those. But yes, we are going to be going into our next game, and it is going to be over on World's Edge. In we go now. And we are going to be moving on in. Lovely stuff. Let's see where everybody is going to be landing. But now you can see that we've got nobody over at Geyser. We are going to be having two teams at the Monument Fragment area. And no teams at Stacks either. So we're going to get Mako and Co. are going to be able to get all the big board and Stacks. Unless, obviously, the team at Dome decide to extend their way on out to improve the loot that they currently get.
Hopefully there's good loot over there. On my way.
Just sending a message to the chat. I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing right now on the stream. As a reminder, it is just myself now. Unfortunately, Mark had to make way, and we've got a slightly scuffed setup for this one. But I hope it's looking good, and you're still being able to catch the action. But our first ring has now pulled, and it is going to be making their way up towards the... Ooh, interesting. So we're going to be sort of going Grandma's house, potentially pushing our way up to where sort of Meijin Mech is, up here in these sort of buildings. There is obviously an opportunity for it to pull on back down. But yeah, interesting for sure, this pull. Not really a zone that you sort of necessarily, that we've seen very much here in the solo queue league. I think we've tended to see if it has gone skyhook, it's gone deep skyhook. Also, this one here does seem to be more towards obviously the Grandma's Halsey area, as well as obviously going over towards the skyhook east hand side. Team 2 meanwhile are going to be getting some shots on to Team 19, who landed on the other side of the capital. Spitfire from afar in Yosha's hand. Not quite hitting as high as actually going to be able to get some kills. It does look like Team 1. For some reason, that one is not hitting. I think it's going to be up this fight here. And High has actually gone down themselves. It's going to be Team 10 up against Team 15. Kadren on the Maggie. Unfortunately, it does look like they are going to fall. So it's just down to Henry. Not playing the Ash this time. Instead, opting to go with the Mirage. Obviously, Mirage has got their place in the game. And they have got a Phoenix kit as well, which is really important because they're now going to be able to hit that Phoenix kit and potentially make their way on down. The thing is, you do have some floating stickers right now. And you can see that I think that they know that there is Henry right here. Unfortunately, the Phoenix kit was not enough, and the invisible team, unfortunately, we're also going to be seeing panics going down as well. It looks like a big fight happening here. Team number 6, team 9, very close to each other. Team 6 have got the off angle and have got some beautiful shots right now. It's going to be joined CCE, UCX. You know, I couldn't agree more. Massive shout out to this Revenant. Goes join CCE, UCX Discord. Also CCE.gg if you would like to join the solo queue league. They've got the angles onto this team who are healing up, but Team 9 are going to be making their way on back and away. Instead, we're going to go have a quick look at the fight that's been happening up here, which is team number 7 against team 1. There's just one player left remaining, which is going to be the Crypto. Unfortunately, Crypto does end up getting caught out. Team 7 doesn't have anybody too near them, but they do have Team 13, who are currently inside of the countdown area. Team 13 is just down to Chico right now, who has got some good shots and actually gets the knockdown onto Layla. Some really good shots there with the Hemlock coming in from our Sparrow, and the Sparrow does get the kill onto them. Team 14 eliminated in the kill feed as well. The squad weight coming on down, and actually it does look like there's potentially a team pushing up, and it is going to be Team 7 who've decided to get aggressive onto this, moving their way out from Lava Fisher. Pluto, as well as CCE, Alex the mod. Always good to get some mods in here as well. Big shout out to them. They do great work to make sure that these games all run smoothly and to make sure that everybody's having a good old time. A good Gibby bubble coming out to protect them, and it's going to be fused. The Knuckle Cluster doing a really good amount of damage. And actually, there's going to be a Loba ultimate in here. Not really a legend that you see too much of these days, but certainly useful in certain scenarios. Not for the team, though, that was playing it, because I believe that they have been eliminated from the lobby. Sorry, Loba. Ooh, Skynage coming out. Arc managing to survive for now. They've put the Newcastle ball, tactical down, so they are going to be able to avoid getting shot from behind. Arc's surviving for now. And it does look like Team 13 are just going to be grabbing some utility, grabbing some stuff from those death boxes before potentially pushing up. We've got 63% on the ultimate. Dr. Death, instead of helping his team, is instead going to be just looting on up. But you know what? Can't blame them. Do love me a good bit of loot as well. But this fight has been extended. Mako helping to take down Team 8 as Ibby has fallen. Dr. Death takes a huge amount of damage as Archico is looking at Team 7. You've got to be careful because you've also got Team 18 on the other side of this. And that is going to be the Maggie, Mirage, and Catalyst combination. The Catalyst Q is now coming out to try and block off the team on the inside. And you've now got Tacticals and Frag Grenades going out. And it's a brilliant set of damage right now from Mr. Latch. Though the thing is, you have got Alex on the conduit, which means they are going to be able to heal on up. But Pluto has just pushed out so far. I don't know why Pluto has done that. And now they're going to have to try and put down a Newcastle ultimate to stop this push. Unfortunately, they are going to fall, and Team 7 are eliminated from this lobby. Team 18 have done a really good job of this. So Latch has got to be careful, though, because they have been cracked. They need Main, Mech, and Bobber flying to do a good job, and it is going to be a new the Fuse ultimate, which, my lord, is kind of absolute trash right now. Gives pretty much no damage onto Team 18 right now. Has Saga's Fuse. I think the Tacticals have done more damage at this moment in time, and as long as they can keep doing some tacticals and some good shots, it will be worth it for now. As you can see, there is a player just beneath. It's going to be Solange on the Catalyst, who does indeed fall for now. Unfortunately, Dr. Death has also gone to their death, and it is now just down to Saga. They have got a Q available decides to put it into the left-hand one, even though they were obviously just in the right. And it is now down to just a Fuse versus Maggie duel. This is a battle for the ages of Apex lore and of the solo queue league, as it now does look like we are in that 1v1. Actually, it looks like a third party has come into this. Brilliant shots coming out from Mensch. PK in hand, and they're just going to have to try and dip and dive out of this one, because it's going to be Team 12 that pushed up onto this, and it is actually going to be the Loba that may well have returned to their location of landing to take them down. Oh, there's just multiple Lobas in the lobby, which would be surprising, that's for sure, but, you know, not unheard of, as Team 18 are now taking down the Maggie, not able to survive for any longer. Team 13, they've managed to get Dr. Death back to their feet. Chico crawling around at this moment in time. And it actually does look like Saga has managed to get over towards to Chico. So Chico is going to be alive, and they are going to be full purple. They obviously are hurt, but they're not in a terrible spot, as actually the Fuse now does get absolutely cracked. Great shots coming out from Hapo. Haponex also doing a little bit of loosen. And now they do fall. They're looking to try and get the drop onto them. The Fuse is going to fall. Haponex with some good kills. 2 now down for the team. And it is just going to be 1 left remaining of Dr. Death, who is on the height. Is going to be using that Hemlock with the breach charge to try and do some splash damage onto the below players. Dr. Death at this moment not disappearing just yet, but I think they are now going to have to try a 1v1 against that Valkyrie. Horizon versus Valkyrie action. And the thing is, they've just given them the Horizon queue to push themselves up. Dr. Death takes to the skies. Is going to be trying to do what they can here with this glider. So far, it's been pretty decent in the way of movement. And the thing is, you've now got Team 12 who are also here in this action as well. So Team 13 have got to be careful. Dr. Death doing what they can to survive, and they are going to probably be able to get away for now. As you can see down over towards the countdown area, Dr. Death going deep into zone. As you can see here, Team 12 are there. Meanwhile, Team 6 up on the height. They're on the drill. We were at the countdown area for a very long time. Meanwhile, just to the south of them, there is a revive trying to be stuck. And it is going to be Mako, High Flyer, and the Budget Dig. Mako popping the ultimate, getting that fast movement speed, getting the reload speeds as well. Is it going to be enough is the question. They have got a Whistler on hand, so they are going to be able to stop people from shooting as work goes down. Budget Dig falls down from the sky, and it's actually just going to look to try and get aggressive from this. They've only just respawned onto this now, and they are going straight away to push up against that Revenant. As you can see, the Revenant's now moving towards the tunnel. They've got to be careful, though, because there is players nearby, and it is going to be Team 12 who've left the countdown and are now going to be making their way on back. Correct. Putting down the tactical as they're trying to do what they can. The problem you've got is there is Team 3 inside of the tunnel who are now going to be holding this. It's going to be Killers. It's going to be Hapo. And it's going to be another Loba of the Noisy Boy Riot. God, we've had so many Lobas in this lobby. It's insane. Beautifully done there. Killers turning around, getting the shots with the RE45. Meanwhile, there are other teams fighting away as Mako and co pushing up now onto them. Team 16 with some good shots. High Flyers does fall, but they have managed to get the trade onto this. So Mako is going to finish off the Valkyrie, and it's going to go back and stick the res on to High Flyer. They've got to be careful, though, because there are players coming in as well as the Ring. The Whistler going out, but unfortunately not quite hitting. That Sentinel absolutely is, though. Brilliantly done. Mako might be my favorite player currently of this evening. Playing on a legend that is not played that much and is absolutely slaying. Plus, is using one of my favorite weapons at the moment, which is the Sentinel. Is, however, using the Force 8 times, which is just a sight that I cannot personally get on board with. But that's because I am nowhere near the levels of Mako. Mako with 170 on that spray is doing such a good job to push them away. High Flyer is now going to be able to get the res as well. And because they've got that conduit, they are going to be able to heal themselves back up with the res. Thankfully, because they went down to zone as well, they don't have to heal any shields either. But unfortunately, Budget Dig slightly overextends away, so they are going to fall. They're going to need High Flyer to get them back onto their feet, and High Flyer is indeed coming on over. It's going to be Team 2 on the inside. It's going to be Martha. It's going to be Pax, and it's going to be FJ, who look to swing around this corner. Not quite sure where those players are, as Marta is now going to be putting the ultimate down, but unfortunately falls. It's just down to Pax, and it's that ballistic Q that is causing such issues. Mako may be the new meta. Not ballistic. Mako is the meta right now. It is absolutely insane what this player is doing. 2,000 damage, 6 kills. They do, however, have a Sparrow nearby. It's going to be Strames Max. And, of course, Peppo's Pepper that we saw a little bit earlier with a Kraber. Do they have a Kraber again? It is not Kraber in the hand at this moment. Thankfully, for Mako and co. Team 16. The Conduit, for some reason, has put down the ultimate. Won't really do too much because at the moment, they don't need to push up towards you. You need to push towards them. And so you've now pushed it up. They swung around that corner, and it's now going to be High Flyer, who's got those first shots down. They now just need to pop the shields. They've got 7 seconds left on that Conduit ultimate. The Lifeline has now put down an ultimate as well, which means that they are going to be able to heal. Peppo's Pepper goes down. Strange Max goes down. And Team 16 have done such a good job right now. 1 player left remaining ahead of them. They are going to be able to get the finish. Team 9 are eliminated. And Team 16 are doing such a good job. We saw earlier that this ring was pulling towards potentially Grandma's house. We've just left that area and we've now moved up towards Skyhook East. High Flyers playing down on the low ground right now. Not leveling up to the high name. But their team certainly is. 6 kills to High Flyers. 9 to Mako. Mako is now trying to get into a 1v1, but it's taken a lot of damage, so it's going to have to drop down to the low ground. It's once again Budget Dig on the floor. High Flyers, though, is going to be able to get the revive, whilst Mako is going to be healing on up. Just above them, you can see it is going to be Team 5 with Giant Killer. The last player remaining. They're going to try and stick the res, as High Flyer is going to climb on up. And they're now going to be getting shot as somebody tries to climb through the window, which is potentially going to be Team 3's team. Happenick's now onto the inside, and they're coming around from the stairs area. Team 5 are eliminated, and Mako isn't aware that a player's coming behind, but it's a really good switch. And actually, a fuse Q coming in from another team is going to actually be helping Team 16 right now, as Budget Dig is going to climb up onto the height. There is a player around this corner, and they swing round. It's going to be the Conduit. Unfortunately, the first set of shots do not hit. Budget Dig has taken a huge amount of damage, and so he's going to have to get into cover. Pop that shield back. 4 players left remaining. No kills currently to Budget Dig. 6 kills to High Flyer, and 9, potentially more right now, to Mako. The Valkyrie is surely going down, and Killers by ZZ is down. Mako making their way up, and it's again that Conduit tactical that is doing such a good job. There's going to be an Ash who is going to appear from nowhere, and Budget Dig does get their first kill, which is great to see. Yoshua taken down, as we are also going to have Team 19 eliminated. 10 kills right now for Mako. 5 assists, almost 2,000, almost 3k damage already. But unfortunately, Budget Dig does fall once again and is going to be eliminated from this lobby. High Flyer is swinging around this corner. They found that player, and it is now going to be Team 3 out of this lobby, and it's going to be Team 13 against Team 16. This is going to be a duo versus a duo. And I think for the way that they have been playing, there's only one player that we can watch on this instance, and it has got to be Mako. They have played so well so far in this game. Not to be outmatched, though, to be fair. High Flyer is also not that far behind in damage or in kills, with an 8-8 and a 10-6 between them. 16 kills that they have managed to clean up between themselves. It has been quite the showing for Team 16, and I know for a fact that they are going to be wanting to close this one out with the W. They've actually managed to get a respawn beacon using the Loba ultimate. They've also got a beacon and the banner, so this is potentially going to give them an opportunity. They might just drop it down to cause a distraction, potentially. But they've actually been caught out. Mako is thankfully going to have a shield swap and is also going to have that conduit Q. They've spotted them out, sitting on top of that crate as High Flyer has taken to the high ground. As we are going to be seeing that Horizon zipping around in the queue. Unfortunately, Mako does fall, so it's just down to High Flyer now. Dr. Death, of all legends. This is the team that we saw earlier on almost get taken down inside of Countdown. We watched them for so long, and they have managed to clutch this one up. Team 13 are your champions of the game. 4, 4, and 3, with 11 kills between them as a team. A great showing from Team 13. And it is going to be the Horizon, the Fuse, and the Sparrow. Looking down on through, of course, Mako, High Flyer, and Budget, of course, coming out in second position with 19 kills between them. We've also got Killers with 8, alongside Habanix with 4. And it is going to be a top-heavy leaderboard, I am sure, as we go back over to... Normally I say Mark's beautiful face, but it's my normal face. And we're going to very quickly skip away from all this so that we can have a little look at the latest match results. Give that a quick refresh and you can see how we are looking there. 7,300 damage, utterly insane. But not to be outmatched, to be fair. 6,600 coming in from your winning team there of Saga, Ricochet, and Dr. Death. A good showing all round. And of course, we did have Alter and Octane as our band legends in that last game. As we are now going to have a little look and see how we're getting on with our games. You can see down at the bottom left hand side we have got our current queue stats in terms of how we are doing. The way that this works, for those of you who are unaware of what the solo queue league is that you get paired up with random teammates based on basically there's a little bit of MMR that's being woven in, but on the whole you're trying to get paired up into a lobby that is the most even possible, which means that unlike in things like ranked or pubs, you can actually have a great time. And it's wonderful to see how people have been getting on. I think people have been playing with friends that they've been making outside of it, which is great to see. But as you can see, there we go. In queue, the queue has just disappeared, which means that I believe I can go and get myself in to this next game. Let me type in that code and we'll be able to see who we have got in this lobby. Perfect. All right. I'm in for this next one, which is good to see. We look like we're going to be getting some good players in here so far. Just looking through, I'm excited to see a few of these names. A few that I've seen before, a few that we haven't. Speaking of, I think it's only right that we have a little look at see what the overall leaderboard is after that last match. It does look like Lama Tom, who we haven't actually seen play here this evening, has taken that top spot away. Zerfi also coming in that second position, a good showing from them. But Dr. Death with that win in the last game, 490 points. Brilliantly done so far. You've also got the likes of Swim coming out and Andrew rounding out the top 5. Although it is close right now. Buddha with 430. We've got Explodes with 420. Reaps with 400. Genesee with 400. And rounding out the top 10, we have got Annette at Tenok with 390, and also Revelations also with 390 in 11th position. As a reminder, folks, as you can see, the current way that it works is that if you win, as Lama Tom, Tom, I'm gonna, yeah, let's go with that. You would go away with $50 in first place, but with the Solo Queue League, you have got the opportunity to get the premium account. It only costs a couple dollars a month, but that potentially gives you the opportunity to go away with more money. Not only is your prize pool bigger, with the premium first place going away with $120 compared to the normal 50, but also comparatively to the normal without the premium, you only get money to 15th position, which is $5, but with the premium, all the way down to 25th position goes away with money. We're doing this every single weekend. It is wonderful to have so many people joining us for this. I really appreciate everybody that's been joining in. I hope that you've been enjoying the stream. We're going to have one more game for you here tonight because it is getting late and it is just myself now. But I'm going to hit you with our final sponsor of the night. Is going to be, of course, the incredible folks over at Shareplay. You all know them, you love them, you're hopefully watching them right now, but we're going to hit you with a Shareplay ad, and it's going to be all about co-streaming, which is one of their latest features that they have added to the platform.
Co-streaming on Shareplay. First, navigate to the top right of the page and click the co-streaming icon. Then select Start Co-stream. This will open the co-stream modal where you can search for friends using their play tag. You can invite up to 4 users to join your co-stream. Next, customize your stream by selecting colors, or simply use the preset options. Once you've sent your invites, click Start Co-stream. As your friends accept, you'll see them join you live. You can swap participants at any time to make them the primary focus on screen. And no matter where viewers are watching from, chat stays unified and synchronized across all communities. Streaming just got more collaborative and a whole lot better on Shareplay. Start co-streaming today. And if you run into any issues, reach out to customer support.
Shareplay.
How to start co-streaming. How to add play coins to your wallet. First, log into your Shareplay account. Next, navigate to the play coin icon in the upper right corner. Click on the Add Play Coins button. Choose how many play coins you want to purchase. Fill out your payment details and complete your play coin purchase. Your new play coin balance will be in your wallet. Use play coins to shout out your favorite streamer by gifting a super play and stand out in chat. Add as many play coins to your wallet as needed. Connect with other users and grow your community.
Shareplay.
How to add play coins to your wallet. First, log into your Shareplay account. Next, navigate to the play coin icon in the upper right corner. Click on the Add Play Coins button. Choose how many play coins you want to purchase. Fill out your payment details and complete your play coin purchase. Your new play coin balance will be in your wallet. Use play coins to shout out your favorite streamer by gifting a super play and stand out in chat. Add as many play coins to your wallet as needed. Connect with other users and grow your community. Your Stripe account in Play Studio, follow these steps. Click on your profile thumbnail in the top right corner of the screen. Select Play Studio from the dropdown. A new window will load your Play Studio dashboard. If you're a first-time user, make sure to accept the terms and conditions. Click on the Create Stripe Account button. Search for your country of residence, select it, and continue. Enter your email and phone number, then click Submit. You'll receive a verification code via SMS. Enter that code to proceed. Provide your legal information. If you don't have a website, you can enter shareplay.tv or select the option indicating you have no URL. Search for your bank and verify your bank details. Double check that all information is correct. If everything looks good, agree to the terms and submit. Once your Stripe account is connected, you can check your wallet by clicking the Go to Wallet button to see your balance and perform payout functions. Track earnings. Use your Play Studio account to monitor your earnings and manage your payouts. You can use the Converter tool to see payout amounts based on your account tier. Following these steps should successfully set up your Stripe account in Play Studio. If you encounter any issues, refer to the Help section or customer support for further assistance. To set up your Stripe account in Play Studio, follow the...
And we are back, folks, going straight into our final game over on World's Edge. Lots of names here that you can see. Some recognizable, some not so. One that I can definitely recognize is team number 8's Genesee, who is in the chat over on Shareplay, and it's been talking about how they managed to win 2 games in a row, which is why they've managed to push themselves up into the top 10 position. Love to see that from you, Genesee, and hopefully you can take that into this game for maybe a 3rd win in a row. Where are you going to be landing is the question. Let's have a quick look and see where you are landing, Genesee. Team 8. As everybody is going to be jumping out of the dropships. And Team 8, you're going to be going... You know what, that's not too bad. Heading up towards south-hand side of the map. You're going down towards Launchpad. You're going to have... I believe that... Is that the duo of Rusty Claps and Eviscerate? No, that is going to be... Wait, that is going to be you. Oh, no, that is Rusty Clap. Sorry, for some reason, it was not changing the bottom left. But yes, you're going to have the duo of team number 4 nearby. So potentially some early kills on the board, potentially, of course, for you. As we are going to be getting that first initial ring pull, and it is going to be moving its way down. Sort of potentially, I mean, it's difficult to see without that next ring pull. Obviously, it could go down Lava Siphon. It also could bounce back up. We know how rings have been in Apex Legends recently, so who knows where we might end up going. We're going to have a quick look and see if anybody's going to be hitting the ring beacon for us. Currently, it doesn't look like Team 13 is going to be doing that, so maybe Team 19 is going to have a better chance. It does look, and it's going to be bouncing its way back on up towards Fragment. I wouldn't be surprised if we potentially get an ending maybe in this area, up towards here. The bounce back is potentially on the cards for this game, as we are going to be getting an early fly-in straight away. High Flyer and co. We've seen High Flyer had a great game in that last one there with 8 kills, 8 assists at a 2nd position. They're going to be wanting to try and capitalize on that and keep the momentum going forward. Meanwhile, our first fight is indeed happening, and it's going to be the duo. Pushing on down, we've got Rusty Claps up against, and Eviscerate up against Team 18. First damage from the duo, who have taken this height away. Nice little angle here by Eviscerate as well. It's going to allow them to have oversight from the top of the building. Not able to fully eviscerate, you know, more just like a little tickle, as we are seeing TTB Skelly take down Strange Max as well. Where is that happening in the feed is the question. That might be all the way at the very top. We're going to have a quick look at the team at the very top, just to see how this fight is going. It is indeed. So this is going to be Strange Max and co. Zerfy, who is going to be actually one of our leaders on the day. It's been doing so well, and with shots like that, you can see why they are playing so well. They drop down to the low ground. It's now going to be a 2v2. It's going to be Skelly that fell. We've seen Skelly play insanely well in previous weeks. And Ibby is now going to have to do something insane up against this horizon of Zerfy. We have not seen Zerfy on the stream here tonight, but my God, why have we not? Because that is just some insane movement. They're trying to get the shots down now. Zerfy is going to have a couple seconds left until they get that tactical. I wouldn't be surprised if they instantly hit it. There we go. And they're now going to be trying to fly their way on down. The player is over on the right-hand side. They managed to get the vision on this, and they might well even take that evac tower to potentially push it up and aggressive onto the team. You can see Zerfy's already heading to that evac tower. I would not be surprised. Here they come. Trying to get the shots down. They think they might be there, but they're actually a little bit further on. And they're moving on towards the area. As you can see, the scan has come out from us at the very least. So we can see where they're going. And it's going to be a Loba that you're chasing, which is a tough legend to follow. That is for sure. Sophie's doing a good job, though. But I think they might well hit the evac tower. If they do hit the evac tower, they are dead. So Loba is going to keep on running by foot. And they're actually going to be making their way up to where some more teams are fighting. Noisy Boy Riot, once again, back on that Loba, is just running, trying to do what they can. As you can see, that Team 19 are very close to this as well. High Flyer, 38. And of course, 6. Sykes. There we go, Sykes. Sorry if I get anybody's names wrong. Do let me know in the chat if I do get any names wrong. You'd like me to pronounce them differently. Meanwhile, Team 14 are going to be in an engagement down towards the countdown area. The Mirage is doing what they can, but they've taken so much damage, which means they might actually fall to the zone here. I don't think they get this off in time. It's just not enough. The frag grenade is the thing that ends up taking them out. Melina, last player left remaining for Team 14. And there is a ballistic and a seer. We're finally seeing some more seer. And of course, it is going to... Oh, it's actually going to be Cosmic. The ballistic pickup is now actually catching light in the solo queue league. You love to see it. So we're going to go straight over down towards another fight that is happening. It's going to be Team 3 up against Team 17. Just Fifi Fabulous, who is in their prime now, apparently. And Team 3 nearby. We're also going to go. We're going to go over to Zerfi, who is as a solo now, having to watch out because they are now being aggressed upon. I want to see this Zerfi fight because of how well they are playing in the overalls. The movement that they had a moment ago in that last one, as well as the shots, was rather sublime. And hopefully they can continue this, but it does look like they might just be leaving Alex. We're not going to talk about that one, Alex. We're not going to talk about that one. Oh, my gosh. Well, whilst Alex is jumping off the map, other teams are making their way up towards the zone. And actually, it does look like we are going to be getting Xerxes getting chased down by Sykes. Obviously, they have got the Valkyrie on their roster, so they are going to know exactly where they are once they hit that evac tower and the ultimate, getting those scans through those walls. And Zerfi is doing what they can. They're doing their best to try and fly away, but unfortunately, the Horizon Q actually accidentally puts them into the sky, the ceiling. And it's going to stick them in here. It is heartbreaking for Xerxes. Falling on down because they clipped into the roof. Heartbreaking for them, particularly of how well they started, but that team cannot complain in the slightest, as we're going to be having Team 9 continuing on with this aggression. Jamstein, Cosmic, and Stick. I mentioned that Seer would start being used by some of those aggressive teams, and it is exactly happening right now. I'm not surprised in the slightest to see Jamstein and Cosmic picking up alongside a Seer, and they are continuing to push, as we are going to be seeing Skelly taken on out. One player left remaining is going to be, once again, Noisy Boy Riot, who'd only just got those players back into the game. Heartbreaking for team number 6. For now, Noisy Boy is going to be able to get on away, as it does look like there also is some fighting happening right here, and some downs going out. One player left remaining is going to be Hip. Hip is on the low ground. Has managed to pop the battery in time. The Massive doesn't hit. It doesn't hit. It does hit, but unfortunately, the Hemlock of Sykes does close it on out. The Breach Charge not hitting on the splash damage. And 35 is going to be looking as we're going to be having Pax, another Loba, but we're also going to have a Seer as well. So Eric the Fat One moving on to the Seer pick, hoping that they're going to be able to do some damage and give some recon to the team. I mean, that is certainly one way to give recon. Don't come over here, folks. There's a player. As Sykes has actually managed to get knocks as well. So this is a 2v2 right now. I say that. It's now a 2v1. And it's going to be High Flyer who's going to push around this corner. One player left remaining on this team. They've got the crack. And it is going to be the Hemlock. Once again, the gun that has been doing so much damage. Team 5 eliminated as Fifi Fabulous in their prime has got some knocks in the feed. And it's going to be Genesee and the iBurger Boy who get taken down. Up they push. It's just down to Haponix. Haponix, what can you do when you've got a full 3-stack pushing at you? Some good shots. 13 seconds till your Q. And unfortunately, although they get the knock, it is not going to be enough. 6 squads remaining. Jamstein and co have taken that middle board building, as we're going to be having High Flyer and co moving out from the Geyser area and Zoin. Noisy Boy Riot has also managed to get Ibby and Skelly back into this game for the 3rd time.
Thanks for the assist.
Thankfully for them, because they're just a duo, High Flyer and 38 are not going to make their way on down. They're going to try and get Sykes back into the game. And interestingly, they're going to go into the zone right now. It is round 3, but it is not closing yet. So this is possible to stick. They're just going to have to do this one quickly. Instantly hits that stick. And they're going to be able to get their way back on up as well. Because they're also playing as the conduit, they are going to be able to have that little extra speed boost whilst looking at 38 in the zone. So I do believe that High Flyer is going to be able to get back in without having to pop any shields in, syringes inside. Meanwhile, Fifi Fabulous is going to be pushing on up using the Octane jump pad. And now onto the height they go. We've got Kill Gamer with the car. As Fifi Fabulous is on the low ground. Swings on by. Killers is killed. Jumna also killed. It's just down to a Newcastle. And unfortunately for Team 3, down they fall. Fifi Fabulous is certainly looking fabulous right now as they're now getting aggressed upon. It is going to be a Horizon. And it's going to be Skelly, Ibby, and Noisy Boy. Skelly once again cracked as Ibby has managed to get the kills, and for the first time this game, Team 6 have got the first kills. Noisy Boy has done such a good job on the Loba to get this team back in multiple times, but unfortunately, Ibby does go down, and once again, we are seeing players from Team 6 on their knees. The Gibby goes around the corner but gets knocked, and it's down to Noisy Boy, who's got the P2020s. The Hemlock spray is good, and it's a 1 player left remaining, but unfortunately, Team 19 have come in and are going to be closing this one out for both of these teams. Unfortunately, Team 19 are reaping the rewards of this. High Flyer, Sykes and 38 now back as a full 3-stack. And it's just down to Skelly. No more Noisy Boy Riot time. Instead, it's Skelly's time. With a 3x on that Havoc. They are now going to be able to go up, and they are going to be able to get the banners. And a beacon has been dropped for them. Interesting, he doesn't want to stick it right there. Is going to instead bounce on around. And they are now going to be getting chased on down. High Flyer, though, gets caught out and gets knocked. TTV Skelly with a wonderful play there, hiding inside of that corner. Sykes is going to push on up. But TTV Skelly is coming. Skelly is on this height, has got a wonderful position, but a 145 spray coming out from Sykes is going to allow the res to happen. And now 38 is going to swing around this corner, is going to look to actually capture the door, and it's brilliantly done. That now means that they can't take the door away, and TTV Skelly is down on that low ground. Nades are being expended. Bangalore smoke done to try and surprise them out, but Team 19, unsurprisingly, clean up the solo. There are 2 players left remaining, and High Flyer is once again flying so high. They had 8 kills and 8 assists in the last game. They've surpassed that now with 10 kills. Only 2 assists, so if they can clean up the last 3-stack, they're going to be putting themselves on a 15 KP game. After the 16 KP game last time, is going to be quite the showing, as we now have got Sykes has taken to the sky and is going to be getting those scans for the team. Sykes has actually gone super aggressive, has landed on this, player, and it's going to be Mako, who is going to be playing with a repeater and a triple take. Obviously, must have been recently rezzed in, and we have got It's You with the Kraber on the height. Come on, It's You. It's Me is hoping It's You will close this one out with the Kraber kill. Mako is going to be getting rezzed, and the Valkyrie Qs are coming out. A 120 shot is going to be nice, but it's not going to be enough as Team 19 and High Flyer come away with a 17-point game. Unbelievably done by High Flyer in particular. You are going to be soaring your way up that leaderboard, no doubt at all in my mind. Brilliantly done. Looking down through, Jamstein also with 7 kills. A good showing from you. I can see Killer also with 5 kills. Brilliantly done as well by... I can't get over that. First place, 10 kills. High Flyer. You absolutely salute that to you. Also, we're not going to talk about that jumping off the map moment. But, Ivan, if you're watching this, please do clip that and send it to me. I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry. But we're going to look at our latest game to see how we are doing. And High Flyer there, as we said, 17 kills. Wonderfully done by you. 4,700 damage. Looking on down, you can also see, obviously, Jamstein and Co. got their 12 kill game, just above them in 5th position with Killer and Yuan Chen's with 10 kills. For the rest of them, spread out amongst the rest. But that is going to be our last game. We had Mad Maggie and Alter banned in that last one. Hence why you maybe saw a little bit more of the Valkyrie. And probably a couple Gibbies as well. Obviously, without the Maggie being there, Gibby is much more powerful. Overall, it looks like this. Reaps into the top spot. Has this updated? I'm going to quickly double check that this is updated. It has updated. Where is High Flyer? Do I just not see High Flyer right now? High Flyer, oh my god. Even with those 2 games, High Flyer is still down here, which shows just how good Reaps and Tom and now Teeth as well has pushed themselves up. So this is just all over the place right now. And it is anybody's game for this. I think this might well be the closest that we've ever had the solo queue league. And I cannot wait to be watching alongside all of you when Scott and Mark join you tomorrow, I believe, for our solo queue league. Day number 2 of this week, number 7. My name has been Ben B, and I've been it's been a pleasure to be casting over all of you. Sorry for the slight delay. Sorry if there's been any technical delays on this. These things happen in live production. But this production would not be possible if it wasn't for the folks. Firstly, at CCE, obviously, they've done a great job. Big shout out to all of these beautiful visuals that have been created. Obviously, the moderators who have been working behind the scenes. But also, these guys down here at the very bottom, our incredible sponsors, Shareplay, our streaming partner, and we've also got Wallhack as well. And of course, the incredible controller. If you would like to get yourselves one of these bad boys, make sure that you head over towards the Mohan website. Use the CCE code to get yourself a lovely little discount as well on what is already a really reasonable priced, super high quality controller. I certainly am going to be using these in my ranked games coming up very soon over the course of the weekend. But you know what? Let me just do a quick unboxing for you all as well, just so you can see what you're in store for when you get yourself one of these glorious controllers. Opening it up, obviously got some nice little packaging and such. Let me just quickly show you what this bad boy looks like. Here we go. In the packet. Look at this. Absolutely stunning. Gonna take off the little protectors as well. Comes with some nice little protectors as well, but there we go. The Blitz 2 Mohan controller. Got back buttons as well for those back button enjoyers. We've got little remappable top buttons as well. So many different things. Plus, There are multiple different sticks as well that you're able to re-customize as well to see if you maybe you don't want a D-pad, you can pop one of these little guys on instead. And you can change the heights of your sticks as well. At the moment, for instance, if you want a slightly taller one, you can chuck that on. Looks super easy to be able to customize. Obviously, all remappable in the buttons. So certainly do go check out Mohan. And a huge thank you as well for sponsoring this incredible event. This has been the CCE. Let me pop this over here. There we go. Enjoy that in the background. This has been the CCE Solo Queue League. My name has been Ben B, your caster and host for here this evening. I will be back next week. No, yes, I will be back next week. Sorry, I'm trying to remember my schedule. I'll be back next week. Please do drop a follow to myself and, of course, to Mark of Gcast and Scott Conversion, who will be here tomorrow. And, of course, to all of the socials as well, CCE, UCX on everything. It's been wonderful to have you here. Make sure that you drop us a follow as well over on Twitch and on Shareplay. Until next time, peace out.